Today we're gonna cover one of these crazy TikTok stories. Let's get right into it.
I don't mess with guys who don't eat kitty kitty meow meow because one time I went out with this guy who's a promoter and he was like, hey, I want to take you out on a date. And I was like, cool, that's what's up. So I had him meet me at the Jaspers in Largo because I don't like people trying to come to my house because I'm a thief. And so he met me at Jaspers. And when we go to Jaspers, I was like, okay, where do you want to go? And he was like, oh, I want to go to the spot in College Park. So we go to College Park and the spot is really his house. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I don't mind it because I'm ovulating and I'm feeling like a dog at this point. So we get into his room and, we're chilling, we're touching and everything like that. So I lean back so he can start eating kitty kitty meow meow. And he was like, oh, no, I don't do that unless you're my girl. So I'm instantly turned off and I'm annoyed. So I'm like, yeah, I want to go home. And he's like, oh,
That's funny as hell that she just left. But in all honesty, I'm all for if you ain't getting your needs met, leave that situation.
all right, like, hold on. And he goes into the next room. And then when I look to my right, I peep that there's a whole bunch of money because he's a little fake promoter. So I decide to take a stack of money that's off the top, put in my purse, and I just leave his apartment. And I start booking it because the apartment, the way it was shaped, the building, the way it was shaped, it was like it was locked unless somebody let you down or whatever. But I took the steps and then somebody let me out. So then I started booking it all the way to a hotel that was like up at the corner. And then I called an Uber from there and I got home.
So this is what she meant in the beginning of the video when she said she was a thief. I thought I misheard. Y'all need to be careful out here stealing from folks. Some people will die behind their money.
And then he texted me and was like, oh, you're wild for that, for leaving. And then he texted me a little bit later and was like, hey, did you take some money from my house? And I didn't say anything. And he was like, oh, I'm gonna just check the cameras. So then I blocked him. And then he texted me from a text now number. And he was like, you just told on yourself. I don't even have cameras, but that's how I know you did it. And that's why I'm gonna get somebody to come F you up. But I was like, find me. And I knew he wasn't gonna be able to find me. So then 2 weeks later, I go on a new date and I have the guy meet me at Jasper's. And he was like, yeah, we're gonna go to this cute little quick kickback. We go to the kickback, and then lo and behold, he knows the guy, or they're in the same circle. So the little promoter is there, and so he starts spazzing on me or whatever. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, like acting like I don't know this guy. I'm like, someone please get this black guy away from me. I'm so scared. I'm trying to pull the whole light skin in distress type situation, and it totally worked because the guy I was with was like, oh, he tripping. So the dude grabs my purse, but lo and behold, that was my favorite rainbow purse, and it had nothing but my rainbow lip gloss and an ID that was expired. And so he's just like, yeah, like he just snatched the purse thinking I would have money in it, but I never carry money when I go on a date because why would I? So I'm just crying and I'm like, let's leave, let's leave. So I get the guy to leave and he's like, what was that about? And I was like, that's the guy that's been stalking me and I'm so upset because I had my money in there. You remember I was supposed to go to the bank, so I'm trying to like low-key gaslight this man and make him remember that I told him I needed to go to the bank before I date, which I did say that, but I had already went to the bank. So he was like, yeah. And I was like, oh my god, I need that money for my son. I can't believe he has that. Can you go back and fight on my honor? So the guy was low-key a scary person, so he was like, nah, but he was like, you know what, I'm gonna help you out. So he goes to the ATM and then he comes back with a measly 600.
She taking scamming to a whole nother level because gaslighting somebody for money is crazy. But stealing from people that you barely know and taunting them is a dangerous game.
Bucks, and he was like, this is all I got. So I'm just like, oh man, I guess I'll make it work. I'm gonna figure something out. So I just started bawling, crying. So he felt bad, so I didn't even want him to touch me. So he was like, where can I drop you off at? I was like, hey, take me home. Low key, it wasn't my house, it was another guy's house that I really liked and I was gonna go chill with him. So he dropped me off at the other guy's house and I go there and I have fun. And then I wake up to like text messages of the guys like, yo, you're a lying ass bitch, all this stuff. And he was like, bro, I'm gonna come up there and I'm gonna beat you up, all this stuff. And I was like, catch me if you can, LOL, because they were just going to go to the other guy's house. They weren't even coming to my house. So then I just went back home and then they kept like texting my phone and I blocked them both. But then they started texting me from text now numbers. And I was just like, leave me alone. I don't know either of you Negroes. And then the other promoter guy started texting me and I was just like, well, this wouldn't never happen if you eat kitty kitty meow meow. So yeah, that's why I don't like guys who don't eat kitty kitty meow meow because they're crazy.
She was strategic giving out different addresses and different things. But that's crazy work asking why they're harassing you when you stole from them. But hey, tell me what y'all would have did in this situation in the comments. Hit that like and subscription bell for more videos. Stay safe and have a good day, friend.